Which is more damaging? Ghosting the person or letting them know, hey, listen, you just not what I'm looking for right now?
Letting them know.
So you really done? Like, really?
We ended off. I was talking about how do men feel about being pressured to propose. What's usually the outcome? And like I was saying earlier, that yeah, a man is gonna find himself looking at you like, man, I don't even know no more the way you pressing so hard about this.
Right.
But the line, in my opinion, what I'm asking Pastor Dozier is like, what's right and what's wrong when the line is gonna separate the man saying, hey, a lot of guys say, hey man, I'm married because we've been through this, we've been through ups and downs, da da da. And she stuck by me, right? Now that could have been like the scenario 10 years. Guy say, man, you know, if you remember Cat Williams, he had a stand up like, man, shoot, we wait till the kids in college before we start getting married. I guess they only in college, we only. And on the other side, you got women that's fighting the devil of should I continue to stay and stand by him and ultimately, you know, be rewarded with the ring and the marriage, or is it like, man, I can't, you know what I mean, I can't do this, stand by you and you ain't committed. Right. I mean, in your opinion, what's supposed to be either, you know, the right way to look at it or not?
Well, I do think that sometimes with men, we do have to experience, I mean, I don't want to bring up the Lago chick, but sometimes you got to experience some other stuff so you can say, okay, man, I definitively not know what I want. You know,
that's kind of what happened with me.
Yeah. I don't know if that's always the best way.
Right.
Because in a way it's not fair to the woman because you comparing her. But for a man, sometimes he got to be sure. And if he going to pull the trigger and say, I want to marry you, sometimes he need that balance of, hey, I know, and I said about this, I talked about this in Sunday, sometimes you have to be able to know what's not the one. You know what I'm saying? And that kind of better helps you understand, no, that ain't it. You know
but
what I
see,
mean?
hold on, though, now, because now you just gonna open up another lane for us to walk down. Because when you talk about when a man, you know, clearly understands and sees, okay, this is what I want or not, that come behind stepping out most of the time. That comes behind him testing the waters. What you think?
Well, I'm not saying like stepping out, but I'm just saying other relationships. That means, hey, I've been through some other relationships, and I know now that this don't work for me. Like, I can't take a woman like this. When you go to talk, like some men, they've been through enough. Was like, man, you gonna have me fight? Like, you gonna have me? I can't. I know what works now. So I'm saying. So a lot of times, those things helps a man better know this is what I want, this is what I love, this is what I'm into, this is what I want in my future, this is what I don't want. So
I have to press that line because I know it's a lot of guys that may not be solid like that. That might say, hey, through my experiences, I can discern and determine what I want and what it is and what it ain't. Now, on the other end, you know, you got some dudes that say, man, I need to see, you know, this was good. We've been together 2 years. I need to see for sure. You understand? And that end up throwing a wrench in the whole thing.
Yeah.
So let's move right on along, right? So this is the $1 million question, right? And I know a lot of ladies, y'all probably want to hear this answer or have this answered for you.
$1 million question.
Okay? But before we do that, I need y'all to like this post. Remember, this is a new post, so I need y'all to like this post. We're trying to get the reach out there, and we need your help. So just like y'all did on the prior post, man, like this post. Costs you nothing to click, no dollars, no cents, no pesos, no crypto, none of that. All you got to do is hit that like button or that share button, man. I know y'all out there, those that out there, I'm call your name Val, Troy, Tamika, y'all will share, man, so I ain't got to worry about that. But here's the thing. The question, $1 million question is this, Pastor Dozier, that I'm sure all the women out there want to have answered, especially by men, okay? How long should a woman wait for a proposal from a man she's with? How long? How long should a woman wait for that proposal from the man that she with? What you think?
That's a tough answer, man.
Now, okay, well, why you brew on that? Why you stew on that?
Got?
A lot of the women were saying 6 months, a year, so like that.
It depends on the ages and stuff. Now, come on, 6 months.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I was like. What y'all
That's short. Unless, now listen, I do think when you start getting over like 35 or so, now come on, like it's 2021. Like in 6 months, y'all don't seen everything from the roots to the tutor. I still think it's a little fast. I'm not saying y'all should be married, but by the time a person should mention it, you know if this person you see some kind of future with them. 6 months ain't bad to say if I know I want some future with them. But 6 months say you better ask me in 6 months. Come on now. I'm always gonna be shaky on that because I'm never sure what the guy's seeing.
Right.
It's always every woman walk around talking about I'm wife material. I know I could be a wife and I'm ready to be a wife. To you,
Right.
But
right.
you ain't no man.
And that's the part that to me, that's why it's like, well, when I know being married and been married since 2012 was at 9 years, right? And you said something that's so true. Hey, it's a lot of stuff you don't see in the first 6 months, to see in the first year. A lot of storms don't even come your direction.
We don't even see how you gonna respond to this.
Right.
To this happen.
So 6 months in, y'all like, what's that, like 5 dates? You know what I'm saying? 4 dates, 5 dates.
These cats not, man.
So for a guy
They get
who's
5
already
dates,
been
man.
married and then been through some of these ups and downs of just being together with a person long term, it's so many things that you after a while experience or go through together, and then it's like
Right.
it could be a deal, it could be a done daughter right
Deal
here.
breaker,
You understand? So
Yeah.
to me, it's like but that's how a lot. And then you have some women on, and I had one woman say, "Hey, as long as it takes." She was in the high minority. But yeah, we'll say, hey, as long as it takes. So that's why I had to ask that question. That's why I'm looking at it like on one end, you got some women say, hey, listen, I'm in it to win it.
Yeah.
So if that means 2 years, then and here's the thing, and you got the other women that say no. I'm gonna give you a story time. I told people, I say, hey, when me and Quell, we got married after I proposed after 2.5 years. We were together 2.5 years. It felt like it was like this, but
2.5 years. Y'all heard
2.5 years.
2.5. That's 30 months. That's 30 months,
You
ladies.
speaking like nigga in jail.
You know what I'm saying? Let me know now.
Maybe been 30 months.
Can you take them 30 months?
Man, this man, 30 months.
That's a lot, man.
and
It's a long time now.
But I knew I wanted to marry her. The only thing was I had to get my chips straight, get some money for the ring.
So you talked about marriage before 24 months.
Yeah, I would say two years.
But you didn't ask at 24?
Yeah, I didn't ask till 2.5. Right.
when
So
y'all
that
got
means that from 2 to 6 months later is when I actually dropped down on the knee. So within 2 years, I was like, listen, this gonna work out. But from that 2 to 2.5, that's when I had to figure it out how I was gonna make it happen. So it wasn't really like a 6 month type of affair. It was like, man, it was so much.
24 months, man, before you start talking about marriage, though.
Right.
24.
Yeah. And I don't know, y'all. Let me know how y'all feel. To me,
It was too long, man.
It was too long.
I mean, for y'all age and stage, it wasn't. But I mean, I'm telling you right now, ain't no woman on here finna say 2 years is fine. Nobody gonna say
I
that.
bet you.
Nobody gonna say 24. Bad, please.
Cause look, man, these women out here, man. Listen, talking about 5 years in. What you talking about? It ain't. It may not been their plan. It may not been their intent to have gone that long. But yet, when you see so many relationships going at least 2 years, that's when the women say, "Man, come on, we've been in 2 years. What we doing?" I think that'd be the threshold right there.
Yeah,
that
like
2
I'm
years.
saying though, what we doing here? I don't know.
What you mean?
2.5, man. That's 2.5, man.
That's right on.
That might have worked. Listen, that might have worked 9, 10 years ago.
Man,
it ain't working today.
That's right on par, Sean.
No way, man.
No way. Y'all let me know how y'all feel. Facebook, YouTube. What y'all think? 2.5, is that too long? Did I make my wife wait too long? Because it was 2.5 years before I proposed to her.
Then y'all got married when? A year later?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Listen, what Clarence did does not work in 2021. You meet somebody today in 2021, y'all date for 2 years. 2 years, 2021? No, man.
Well, I mean, listen, now, especially because you said it earlier. 30, 40, it's a whole nother thing. Y'all come in the door like, what we doing? What's your
Right.
Right? But we was in our 20s.
What your intentions is? On real,
what you want with me?
Shop already asked, what's your 5-year plan?
Right. I got kids, so we need to, hurry up and see what we gonna do.
Don't waste my time.
Yeah. You think
That's
that anyway, 30 to 40
years? You get cussed out. You get cussed out.
I need to see some comment, because Pat's talking about something.
Yeah. Ladies, tell the truth now.
So,
do not be talking funny here.
Okay, in 12 months, if you want to
marry then or not. See that?
Mika Davis, I appreciate you out there showing love.
2.5. Could you take Mika? I want to know. Could you take 2.5?
That's a good question. That's a good question. If we let's just hypothetically say
dating,
would 2.5 years be too long for you
to hear somebody talk about marriage?
It was 2 years though. It wasn't 2.5.
2 years.
Actually did it.
24 months. Okay. Could you go 24 months straight before the guy even started talking about marriage or future with you? What are we talking?